what's up? Alright. I know I said yesterday that I was gonna finish chapter 1 and then do chapter 2 all on the same day. I decided to do a little bit of a random stream, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just finish Danganronpa, the first chapter. Not the whole game. Not Danganronpa 1. Danganronpa chapter 1. Tonight. So, we're gonna do the investigation, trial, we're gonna do all of that tonight. And I'm gonna stop, when chapter 2. So, let's just hop right into it. I can, creepy data that. Okay. Oh, you're awake. Finally. Are you okay? We're not gonna finish Danganronpa tonight. Nah, I'd be up all night I'd be up all night and a good chunk of tomorrow if, like, nah, we ain't prepared for that long of a stream. Now's no time for sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? You're unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here. I thought it's for the life of me.
Well.
My God. I just looked over and, like, it was not getting my... Nice, considering what... Was it doing that the whole time yesterday? Like, not getting my Sakura voice? Thank you for the sub, MM. That's crazy. If it was doing that the whole last stream, I'm sorry. What happened? Grah! Hey, are you okay? So, it wasn't a dream? What I saw? It was real? Right. Really did happen. Sayaka. Dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is...
Just give up.
You can try once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. No, I have to see for myself.
What? What?
Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it do? Well, what good is it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she really was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But...
So...
I'm the one who sent the... Right now, we need to do whatever he's... We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
Correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices we already have. used to have a good Kyoko voice. I know I used to have a good Kyoko voice. It's not there. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. Here again.
Hey,
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
listen up.
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the Bear Times 1 rule.
But
Who did it? Who killed her?
Come on.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid. That's...
What?
What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began?
Yahoo!
One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Hold the fuck on, what? I don't know how you say that in all actuality. Is it bona fide? Bona fide? I actually don't know how you're supposed to say it. I just went with my gut and I was okay, okay. Well, sucks to be me, I guess. Sure. Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious?
What is this?
Someone killed someone! It is amazing what some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Hey, hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from... Right? Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? Kill someone, you get to leave.
What?
Why are you laughing? It's 'cause... Naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey, come on now.
You're super naive. Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No. The real thing has just begun. The real thing?
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold. Remember?
Then perhaps...
You are referring to rule number 6 of school regulations. If you are the Blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That is what you were talking about, did not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough to just kill someone. You have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with.
yahoo!
So, a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yeah, it'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the Blackened who committed the murder. And they and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
During the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the Blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which of course means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
Well... So, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply...
What?
It's execution.
Yeah!
Execution?
What?
By execution, and...
Execution is execution. Execution!
Alright, I love this line.
Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I don't know why I love that group of lines so much, I just do. So, make sure I understand. If we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well done.
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So, it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind. Excuse me. The new rule has been added to the regulations menu.
Hey!
Wait, hold on a second.
What the hell are you talking about?
You're freaking insane. You know that?
Huh?
What the...
A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone?
What?
What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only blasphemy awaits. Only punishment awaits such blasphemy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
The hell are you talking about?
What? Punishment? I'm sorry. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate. I don't know. Throw you into a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up!
Shut the hell up. Whatever you want, I'm not gonna be a part of it. Say whatever you want. I'm not gonna be a part of this. God, I can't read tonight.
I don't believe it!
Don't be so selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill who you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil's standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. Shing! But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then... Uh-oh.
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you?
Huh?
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear,
A body has been discovered!
A tad early, but yeah, pretty much. I get it. You're trying to time it with stream delay.
This wasn't supposed to... Why me?
Suddenly, right there at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, never moved again.
No way!
What the? I don't... This can't be real. No way!
Well now.
Now, I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know. I guess you all need to be taught a lesson after all. Oh, what an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Hey,
It's really not all that shocking. She just died. That's all. Just went and died. No more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic. So it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed her mind.
I knew it.
No. You've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time insulting?
Damn it!
Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma!
Well now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened. Ta-da! This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it...
It's the Monokuma file!
The Monokuma file!
Hmm.
I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with the corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because there's a knife stuck in the body, maybe? The surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then,
Wait. So then, who knows who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial. Now, could I?
correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well?
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shocker. But there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open... It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey,
Now it's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is it's all faith in it. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having killed her.
What?
Huh?
in other words,
Cooperation is absolutely. Who you decide to trust or not trust is of course up to you. Continuing to talk about the couldn't help anything.
what the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just how many times I told you. Anyone contact that will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to act. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible!
What an awful thing to say! Especially after what's happened!
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. He's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, can't run away from the situation. So we have no choice but to move.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it. Let's do this. Just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right. We just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want. We have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, that's what we have to do. On top of that, it was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. Terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do.
Just a second.
Hold on. Huh? Before we begin the investigation, isn't there something else we need to discuss? Oh, yeah. I could just talk to everyone, but...
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting some guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after this game. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
what?
What? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? You were the culprit. What's the first thing you would do? A volunteer for guard duty. You're in a position to destroy all the evidence.
Ugh.
Well, fuck you!
So then,
Fine. Then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way, there's no problem. Two-player co-op based defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're definitely OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
but
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. Wasn't anything else to say. She's gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries and that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive.
Huh?
Huh? Hold on. Hold on. Just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means...
What?
God, hero. That means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real?
Let me out of here!
Hell no. Someone save me. Let me out of here. Somebody help me.
what's your problem?
You're just now accepting that?
Anyway,
We're going to find out who the killer is. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. I don't remember what I'm supposed to do.
huh?
Is this really happening?
Don't fuck with me.
Screw this piece of shit bear.
Let me out of here!
Come on, man. Let me out of here. Come on. Someone, let me out. We can't run away from the situation, so I have no choice but to move forward. Don't know, but I'm not spending the night.
What should I do?
Someone got right in front of us. They You feel me? Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment. She must be so shocked she can't even open her mouth to talk.
What the heck?
I hate this! But still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it. Or else, we're all dead. Aww. Yes, we're gonna spend some time together tomorrow night. Don't worry about that.
Oh.
Hmm? So, you finally noticed.
What the crap?
Huh? Noticed what? I was looking through the Monokuma file and I noticed something very obvious and very
Huh?
That's right. I forgot about all that. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm.
Ah!
But she's right!
Eh?
And could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. But hold on a second. You've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid.
What the heck?
You expect us to believe that? Just tell us it's true. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. Feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, think I did it?
So then,
I didn't. Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. It won't be that bad. Won't be that long. We'll have to collect clues from the foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
so...
well, do I really have to say anymore?
Actually,
I'd rather you didn't. Oh.
Goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going to. Just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it. Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. Whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence.
You're fucking dead.
They better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious. I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
this is very suspicious.
It was you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check, just to check. But even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out, she says as there's a corpse right in front of her.
Oh, yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. That's rude. You're right. But wait, don't go yet. You've got to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will.
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Alright! I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Mizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. Body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. Cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma file number 1 has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. I'm not gonna read that whole thing out every time, but... Aren't you gonna help investigate, Chihiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for... I have to stay with her. No way! I seriously don't want to die here!
Help me!
I'm begging you! God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me! I don't care who it is, just get me out of here! Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. Alright, let's leave. We're gonna leave the gym, we're gonna go to the crime scene. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. So I head to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remains. I better examine the state of my room a little further, a little closer. That might reveal something new. Fortunately, I have a good idea of what actually investigated. I think. Maybe. The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. Oh. Not relevant right now. See, the problem is, I remember what happened. I just don't remember the exact order of events. So, there might be little slip-ups along the way. Huh? Looking at that lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. Shouldn't be surprised it's covered in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you if you even just touch it a little bit. Replica sword has been added to the truth. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly. Ah, that's right. We'll have to trade keys. When we switched rooms, we switched keys too. Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Has Sayaka forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone grabbed it. That's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched. With how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So, how did the killer... Switching rooms has been added to the... There's some gouges in the bed like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? There's some scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it. It was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something.
Wait.
That would not have been possible. Huh?
Huh.
Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you. And there'd be no way you could know.
Well,
Perhaps there was another Monokuma strategy. Creating an ideal setting for murder. Evidence of a struggle. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does that mean it was used in the attack somehow? Plus, the sword's been taken out of its sheath. So it's just a sheath, but... Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you'd do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could slide off in the middle of a fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Replica sword sheath has been added. It's a display stand the sword was on. Scratches, okay. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
Hey,
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not. Whatever this rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see.
By the way,
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely
you
possible.
son of a bitch!
That dirty bastard!
Shit.
Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
You're fucking dead.
So if I ever find this son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo,
That'll all get sorted when the time comes. Hey, Kyoko. Quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
she was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen,
"Are you a clean freak?" Huh? Oh, I don't think so. But what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected. Something very unusual about your room. I hate the reaction to this game. It can be very annoying, to say the least. Unusual? What do you mean?
so
I've searched your floor for another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it to...
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it. Someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and rubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question. Makoto's room cleanliness has been added. Alright. I should look around here first. Okay, there's something else in here that we're missing. Okay. Could be the door. Okay, it's not gonna be relevant. Toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence it's dull, which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any. Can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
yo,
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
what?
We ain't exactly in
What?
the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either, then?
What?
Not just
What?
me. Not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet. Cause, like, why the hell would we? That's so... Maybe. Notepad is still here. I don't think it's relevant. Right. Can I go in the bathroom yet? Okay. It was just that one little thing. It's always one little thing with me. The bathroom. And on the other side of this door... No. I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her her. Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't. I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. Wanted to give up. Wanted to collapse. That thought held me up and supported me. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now it's not the time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. Clearly a knife. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? It's a knife. That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist was... Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for... But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist. Right there, where her wrist is all something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me. Huh? There's some blood on her left index finger. That's it. The palms of both her hands were spotless. So, how come only her left finger? Sayaka's wrist has been added to the truth section. Stab wound in her stomach is what killed her. So, when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. Thank you for the hydrate. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... Oh. Written in blood were the numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this? Oh my god. I love you. Some sort of sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into. Okay. Okay.
It would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers? That's most likely Sayaka's dying must.
It would seem...
I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
You often talk like an aspiring poet. But the numbers she wrote, what did it mean? 11037? No idea what they could possibly mean.
So,
The way she wrote the number, I think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote that location, while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning her hand toward. If you were to write that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well,
Think about it. You're not gonna tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of it. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll... I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not gonna tell me. She knows what's going on, that's what. Dying message has been added to the truth bullet. Sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message is. But honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I want to know. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. If you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame has been added.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken door. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't know this? Try closing the bathroom door. Sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? Doorknob. What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
it would seem...
Someone is the driver. Whatever it was, it's obvious. Intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So,
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the lock. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms, right? She said she stood there for a while, lost in thought. Apparently struck with a sudden realization. She shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom stuck. Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we were rooms. So, saying, hey, you and Sayaka knew about it?
Hmm?
Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
I see.
And that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Oh, see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Bathroom doorknob has been added. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start by looking into where the murder weapon might have come from. Also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. Is Sayaka dead? I have no choice but to see myself over that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should go see what everyone else thinks. Use me. If they'll even talk to me, that is. The first thing I'm gonna do is go to the dining room. I'm gonna go to the kitchen. Because it's the only place I've seen knives in. Tina, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but in the dining hall helps me so I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kinda hanging out around here. To tell you the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. She's like, okay. Ooh, what's this? It looks like there's a knife missing. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or no? I better see if anyone here knows more about it. Kitchen knife set has been added to... Hey, Hina! Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, a knife just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, the knives was... So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there, the dining hall. Someone came and took it. And you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall. Which proves I didn't take it. Awie's account has been added. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not. I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her? Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no... Other thing. This. Huh? This is definitely my room. The nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. Huh? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. The nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched. All that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Dorm nameplates have been added. There can only be one thing in the trash can. Yep, the DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in that video. I wonder, what did she see? It might not be directly related to the case, But it might be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayaka. I need to borrow this DVD. Very strange. Mr. Naegi, what was Miss Maizono doing in your room? Let me just say this.
Most suspicious.
I absolutely will not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room. You really think I'm guilty? Oh. I have to... Trash room. I know what I'm doing. Let's see. There's a sturdy gate here. No way to get past.
Monokuma appears!
It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. This is stupid. It'd be faster to go around and ask the other.
No, you can't go any further!
Oh my god. You know what? No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Trash duty has been added to the truth bullet section. Now I got to... Cool. Now I go talk to, I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was gonna start this. After what happened, I haven't a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room?
Here we go!
Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it into the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. Need a key to get into the trash room? The person on cleaning duty has access. What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time? Throw our things out whenever. That does seem more convenient.
So in other words...
Actually. Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they're discovered.
So that's it.
That must be why. Anyone can go in and out of the trash room destroying evidence. Zero would disappear. Things would become boring?
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard.
Hey, fatty. Why'd you want the cleaning duty gig anyway? I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. That's the big deal.
You...
Liar. I know why you did it.
Is it,
You want to dig through all the girls' trash, looking for, poking around at it.
There's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
What are you talking about? All my love is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and turn to
Completely unforgivable!
I would never get tired of 2D. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? So worried about his questionable morality. There's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them, picking up the trash to dispose of it. What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, there's no harm in it. That's not how it's supposed to. Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What? So now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or save a village, or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
You
Oh, okay. So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? Weehee. But you know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside. But he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry up. Okie dokie, leave it to me. Umi pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi!
However, Mr. Naegi... that is an interesting fact. However, Mr. Naegi...
Without a doubt!
surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend! You planned this all along. No. Just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world? I swear, I've got his voice and Monokuma's voice so similar that I can't differentiate them. It's driving me nuts. But whatever. Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. Ah, and it's on right now. Do you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going and the yellow button to turn it off. Hifumi and Kibo are the same person. Okay. Interesting. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty. So make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Aw, someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a
Never
fairy?
would have guessed that, no. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Hifumi, do you realize what you just said?
Huh?
Huh? The fairy? No, you said the last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Ah, yes. About that, there can be no mistake. I've got one thing going for me. It's my memory.
I feel as if
Yesterday, as soon as the place I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on the V3. One of the model codes is the same VA as one. Yes, which no. I would have to hear all their voices again. But even then, probably not. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. Really? And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate,
Most suspicious.
should be impossible for the to be. And yet, that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? Incinerator has been added to the truth. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something. A burnt piece? Like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love? Anyway, it looks like a piece of cloth, and the shape, part of a sleeve from a button-up shirt. Now that I look at it, it's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence that the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people in here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Burnt shirt piece has been added to triplets. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. Looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
Yeah, is that? Know what this is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future. It's like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong? There's only one person it could be. It should all still be in the gym. I better go find out for sure. Shattered crystal ball has been added. Sure, you know this is a character in this series with the same VA as Makoto. I mean, yeah, I'd imagine so. There's a lot of overlap, I know. But I don't remember who. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. Weren't here? What does it all mean, Mr. Naegi? Will you be confessing soon? Why me?
That's it.
Everyone
I'm sure
already
of it.
knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one. Yes, I saw your message about Makoto's voice actor series thing. It sounds like he's living out of one of his comic book fantasies. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, when I decided to do this tonight, I was predicting 2 to 2.5 hours, maybe 3. We'll see. Anyway, we're going to the gym, and on the way, we're gonna go to the AV room. Totally underestimated. Yeah. Fair. I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds. But then an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. Standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there, along with the friends she had said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision had started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of this.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
If I were you, I would give yourself a cap or end earlier than you want. We'll see. I'll probably do 3 hours max. Yeah, we'll see. I'll have work tomorrow. I'll be fine to stay later. And in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Sayaka disappeared from stage, which was now in ruins. But I noticed even more than that. I don't have work tomorrow, but you're waking up around the same time, so does it matter? Got a good point. Was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after graduation. Without warning, the video cut off. Yeah, I can see why that would terrify Sayaka. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? I could go to the main hall. I don't think I need to go back to the... Then I need to talk to Chihiro and Hiro. Hey Chihiro, I was hoping I could ask you something.
Huh?
Oh, what is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Do you have any idea what these numbers might mean? Like, a code or something? Sorry, no. Chihiro slowly shook her head.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Even she doesn't know. Or could she make no more than she's letting on? No, couldn't be. Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? No. I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out now. I've had enough. Gotta break free. Hero, snap out of it. Huh? Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? Ah! That's my crystal ball. But it's all smashed. What the hell?
What the heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So, how did it break?
What?
Was it actually made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled the crystal ball controlled the world. Was it seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So, you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you. Yeah, that's mine for sure. Probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? Anyone could have found it and taken it. Crystal ball has been updated. Knowing the story of this game, I am surprised the ball lasted that long. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. $1 million? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. Can't even feel bad for it.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started?
Good news is, most of the voice acting is done.
It's time for the long-awaited...
For the chapter, at least.
Class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. I don't think the trial should take me more than an hour and a half to 2 hours. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. How did everybody beat me when I was literally in the gym? An hour and a half from getting to the trial now. It's not bad. Farewell, get out of here. Come on. No. We ain't doing this. Time for Hero to pay, huh? Farewell never finished this. Farewell got to the death of chapter 2, I believe. Farewell got to the death of chapter 2, but no, he never finished it. He did play this trial though, so... I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are. End of chapter 2. Wait, you finished that trial? Remember you finished the trial. And again, it was a couple years ago, so... Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There, we can reveal all the details of Makoto's crime. That's very much jumping to conclusions, Taka. Yeah, Roblox has a mobile app. In my opinion, it's not as good. But I really haven't explored it that much. So. So they really are convinced I did it. But I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? I mean, I play Roblox on my laptop, so... The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
What? What?
So whoever stuck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh?
Impossible.
Okay. Sorry, that really caught me off guard in them. Okay. Damn, we really gotta go through with this class trial thing, huh?
You know?
Really want to confess. If you want to confess, I guess now's the time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it. Yeah? It's definitely possible in the future.
Got it!
Relax, I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way. Yeah, for sure. Definitely get to know the person before you make that choice. But I hope things get stable pretty soon. Let's actually hear about the murder. Oh my god, please. Let's get started.
Hey,
There's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve. Step into the... That was... No! I wanted... Not that you... No! I didn't... Finger! No! Why? I guess I just don't get to talk to half of them. Chihiro was like, no, I don't want to be talked to. That's definitely a I hit the wrong button moment. Anyway. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
well then.
Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea. What the? What just happened? Yeah, exactly. What just happened is I hit the wrong button. I hit the elevator instead of Chihiro.
Hey,
Are you scared? Excuse me. Keep burping. And hiccuping. But no, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before. But it's up to you to... Don't. You'll never. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. Food is always good. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed and the elevator started to move. I want to talk to, like, the whole half. Everyone. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when the time finally comes.
Oh!
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels. Yeah, that's true.
Yo! You finally arrived! Ta-da! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
Not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Yoo-hoo! Hurry up now, hurry up.
We did what he said and found our seats. We don't care about the rest of the world, just like you here. Oh my god. You're gonna keep doing this the whole time. Seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else. Which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so, curtain on our first case opened. Okay. I used to be able to have this part memorized. My goal is to be able to say this part from memory by the time the trial, or by the time I stopped streaming this game. Because I used to be able to say it from memory. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. I think he was mostly joking, especially at the end of it. At the end of it, he was literally like, sorry to say this, but when you do this, it actually spells Chihiro. Spoilers, Chihiro is not the culprit. Yes, I would like to save. Alright, I do have one skill. The one that's basically forced onto you. Melodious voice increases damage to the opponent when his statement is destroyed, effective during bullet time battle. Yes, please. But I don't have anything else, so we're just gonna do that. And you wish you had chosen Chihiro just to see what happens. You lose health. And it makes you re-choose. I mean, there's a little bit of dialogue, but nothing specific to Chihiro. Just, actually, I don't remember. But yeah, pick the wrong person, you lose out. You lose health and you pick again. There is one game where you can choose it wrong on purpose. Yes, that is very true. And I kept picking the same person on purpose because it was funny. And yes, it is V3.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that
No
deceived
Chihiro is
everyone
in it though,
else
but
will
there is a
graduate.
robot. You're right. Yep. There is a robot.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
You might be robophobic.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes.
I love how you're just
Whoever did
tossing
it,
all
raise
these
your hand.
references in that people may or may not understand. Also, Taka, that's a stupid idea.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Friendship penetrates?
Okay, Hifumi, stop being weird.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Obviously, so that there's a gap so that Monokuma can be there, obviously. Sure.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. So as a reminder, I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, because that's what I played for on my very first playthrough, and it just feels right. So, yay. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Because I need to make sure I know the controls. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak up one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statement. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim and fire with the X button. A message based on the hardest difficulty. Sent me a message. Wow, okay. You know what? No comment on that. And also, apparently the instruction that apparently the Switch version and the Steam version decided that they wanted to swap the X and Y buttons. Because everything that I swear was the Y button on the Steam version has been X on here. And vice versa. So, probably did do that. Which is interesting. Sure. Alright, so X is to shoot. Gonna have to remember that. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right one. I guess. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. Keybinds? No, it just legitimately was Y on the Steam version. They closed all the lights. That was from an Among Us thing. I was trying to say they closed all the doors, and it just came out wrong. That was when we were playing Among Us with C. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. I'm a professional streamer, totally, yeah. Yeah. If you press the plus button during these arguments, you can review the Well then, good luck and have fun. Yeah, we need more quotes. Evidence of a struggle. The font is different too, which is really interesting.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Thank you.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, it's wrong.
For the most part, I'm gonna let it play
Just a
through
second, Chihiro.
once, and then I'll
Try to
do
remember
it,
how my
if I
room
can.
looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
It kind of is a real trial in a sense. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some
did.
random knife they had on him. How could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch!
Hold on, I feel like what I just heard is different from what I already know.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, it's wrong.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Nope.
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Thank you, Kyoko.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not gonna change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. You can concentrate by holding down the R button. Not the ZR button. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone... On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge. This gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
Yeah, it is the R button.
But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall. And then he went and stabbed Sayaka with it.
So he really did do it.
Yes, and it's been decided. We've reached the end.
I didn't take the kitchen knife, but no matter how many times I repeat myself, you won't forgive me. If only there were proof.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody was in the
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
I feel like the music is a little bit loud. Turn it down just... But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Yep.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall. and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
The person who literally just said that she could.
Me.
Right. But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Baka.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... Obviously it was Monokuma, come on. Oh.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all!
No! You're wrong!
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
The wrong direction. The wrong direction, I tell you. Sorry.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around, the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim. Press the A button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. This gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. If we can just figure out what that something is. Had to check something. Good.
Now I understand. That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
No.
That makes sense, does it not?
No.
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Ha ha ha! Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the broken doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Yoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first. Got the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. No matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what said, but you will also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun!
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. and they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it! We already know the answer.
Obvious that my bathroom door wouldn't open. But the real reason for that is...
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Fast forward.
She then fled into the back.
Then the killer ran out, and they got into the bathroom. At that point, the killer...
Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally...
Dang it, I missed.
To finish the job, they...
It was you, wasn't it? We already know the answer. The incident took place and Sayaka was first attacked. She then fled into the back.
Then the killer ran out, and they got into the bathroom. At that point, the killer...
Because Sayaka had locked it.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes. Yes. Now that you mention it, that is true.
Did it just say yes twice? Why did it do that? That's weird.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door... That's not lucky at all!
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
An important detail? Something the killer didn't know. For some reason, they were convinced the door was locked. Which means the important detail the killer didn't know was that the crime took place in my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
But I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
Okay.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
No.
Majority rules? Do you really think that's a good idea?
Sorry.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. for serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Thanks for the hydrate. Clearly I need it.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
The reason there's no way Sayaka invited her killer into the room. I already have the answer.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Yeah, that's why I thought the notebook in the room was important, because I remembered it. I realized that after that, like, it got brought up during the trial on it. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
Yeah, that was something Kyoko did, not...
And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
And that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
The reason the killer went to my room and not Sayaka's, despite what the note said, must be because
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note,
then they would have gone to... Exactly. The room that
No, that's wrong. The nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
then if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
there's only one person who could have switched the nameplate. Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplate to make sure you don't get the wrong room. Okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
Kyoko's guiding this trial like
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
I mean, I think we already knew that much.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
And how the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because Sayaka's wrist.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? What led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truths. But just like with the weak spots, one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullet with the right weak spot to refute each statement. Come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence. Press the L button to rotate the cylinder and which bullet to fire. Press and release the L button to cycle through each bullet. Or you can hold down the L button, then use the left stick to select this. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, which it's not, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean, which it already is. Well then, good luck and have fun.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
The sword was used first and the knife came afterward. Is that really the order of events? That leads to some unexplainable detail.
When the fighting
broke out, the culprit and that's when the first
sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's.
So she grabbed the
kitchen knife she had hidden.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her. And that's exactly what happened.
Okay.
When the fighting broke, the culprit
and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead! Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Part of her body that shows that she never used the sword. Her palms.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Nope.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, Toko.
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because the water was off.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would had to have been the one without the... So Sayaka.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
Thank you for the hydrate.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. I'm gonna wait till the ad's finished. Oh wait, no, you're still here for the sub. Obviously Kyoko's trying to make sure that Makoto figures
It's easy
it out.
just to say, hey, decide who did it.
Kyoko's trying to make sure that
there just
Makoto
aren't any more
figures it out
clues,
so
right?
that he can actually accept the death.
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Die! Die!
There's actually a
don't
legitimate
do
reason
something,
that Kyoko's
we're all gonna
not just
die!
hiding it. But letting message. Wait, no, hold on. That's right, there is still a clue left that can lead us to who killed. Sayaka left it behind.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong. There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
Okay.
One 1037, written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
I actually don't remember logistics.
Well, before we get too far into that,
At least
I
that's
need to ask. Can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
No question that Sayaka wrote the message. I can prove it.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. What the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just, look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but...
Okay, legitimate question here. Did they take a picture on their e-handbook or something? Or is there a picture being shown? Because otherwise, how are they seeing this? I'm just gonna assume there's some kind of picture taken. That's fair. That actually makes sense. My brain's just not full. Okay, moving on.
Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
I don't know, just stating, well, no. Just stating that her finger had blood on it.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
No, 37. Number 37. No, 37, you're up. Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. I want you to clip this, MM. I don't care what Farewell says. 11037 does not equal Chihiro. Not one bit. Fine, I'll clip it after stream. It's obviously Leon.
Here's my answer.
You're too
key to
busy.
solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Yep. I just did that because I felt like it. I did, on the chair behind me. You can't see. I just did that because I felt like it.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of? I know what it was.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. How it was disposed of. No, I don't.
I got it! If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
Have fun with that.
You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on clean. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh? Me? No!
Is it really impossible to have destroyed the evidence without the trash room key? No, I'm sure there was another way.
The key to the trash room?
Whoever was on cleaning. So the only one, the person who...
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to...
No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was... divine with it. No.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw that through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on? Very strange. Quite sure it was off the last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
It wouldn't have been much of a challenge at all for the killer because they were the ultimate baseball star.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
Nope.
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic there are a number of pieces for you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the A button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. My room was the scene of the crime. The incident began when the... Oh, okay. First, when Sayaka attacked the killer with a knife, to notice something in my room. I used that object to deflect Sayaka's attack, which is body evidence. Damage. I'm not gonna keep reading all that. So, okay. So, the attack was deflected. The killer broke Sayaka's wrist. Sayaka drops the knife. After the killer counters Sayaka's attack of their own, what did they do next? Alright, my brain is not braining. Let's skip that one. Sayaka's in the bathroom. Door is locked. And the killer tries to get in. Killer gets into the room. Killer kills Sayaka. And Sayaka writes killer's dying message. And she sits there, she's dead. Killer takes the lint roller and starts cleaning up the room. Killer goes to the trash room, throws the takes the ball and throws it. Shirt in. Leaves. But the shirt is... After killer count. This is the only one that really didn't make sense to me. I'm not 100% sure if this is right.
Here's exactly what happened.
As I remember doing this one for the first time.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning.
I remember when I did this for the first time, I was like, I've never read manga before this, so I didn't understand how you were actually it, so it took me a minute. But even then, it's a little weird.
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Okay, that's good.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
Yeah, that one never made much sense.
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there.
Keep it hydrate.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball? You thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence? Oh boy! Your first bullet time battle is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't hear what you have to say. I feel like they didn't have this part. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. Like, they didn't have the screen show up. They just had, like, the text. We like to refer to this as the bullet time battle, aka the BTB. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Yeah. I know what it said. I was reading what it said. Match the button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen to reach the center. Press the A button to lock in to an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the X button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get into a tempo down situation. The tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement. At that point, you can press the X button to shoot it down with a truth bullet, like any other statement. Shoot their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. Just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, fail. Well then, good luck and have fun.
When the killer broke the bathroom doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. So what did the killer use?
What did the killer use to take apart the doorknob?
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid!
I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out.
Where's your proof? Not a chance! Stupid! You lie! Shut up! You kidding me? Not a chance! You lie! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lie! Shut up! You kidding me? Not a chance! You lie! Where's your proof?
This should prove it. The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed.
We're close enough to the end that I think I can just help.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Their own.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh?
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
And for the record, I am adding a sound redeem for Leon's stupidity between this stream and the next stream. His, like, stupid mess. Yeah. Because I think that would be fun. I am gonna.
So, you have no rebuttal?
I just didn't want to add anything.
Then it would seem we are finished here.
$97 medal.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Uh-oh! Looks like you got it right on the money. Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kawada.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon, you really... Sayaka? But... I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch. What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
So, that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. There's complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all.
Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? I have to point it out, but the fact that Celeste is right behind Hifumi makes it look like he's got a bit of a wig, and it looks hilarious. Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. And I think about that. Honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. And I'm not even comment on that. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was, after all, mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her, video actually had something to do with me. I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here, with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. Why? I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else. Her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them. It's Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So, and she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
She was lying to me at the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in this place? There's nothing I can do to ask her. You're dead. That's that. Boy, howdy. The entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, try and kill someone just because of those relationships.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness. What did you say?
Phew!
I understand. Really, I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Passion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma. But
that's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave.
Calm down.
They want to make their enemies pay for. Damn it.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
That was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kawada will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you use your very own tear? After she'd shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to... Then, came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, killed her.
Do you understand?
Had any number of chances to stop what you were doing. but you. And that's because I had an unclouded intent to commit murder.
So, that's why...
No, that's not... Stop it. I've had enough.
Oh.
Are you sure? How close? Anyone killed your precious Sayaka. Understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him.
Huh?
Huh? Weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. Shouldn't be fighting each other. Should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation. The mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Uh-oh! Did you awaken to your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay. Well, anyway, more importantly...
Thrills! Chills! Kills!
Let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment!
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey, come
No
on
more
now.
begging. No more excuses. Must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop! Please!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kuwana, the ultimate baseball star.
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
No!
I'm not gonna do that every single time. I just had to do it once. Yeah. It is quiet, but I can't really turn it up. That better? Maybe? I'll have to adjust it. It's the game sound. That's what I was trying to do, is turn it up. I can't actually... I have to make sure the sound, the music... Yeah, see, now that's... It's the music in the thing. Turn it up a notch and I'll just leave it. So sorry that the music was quiet there. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Extreme! And my adrenaline is pumping right out of control. Whoa. What's going on?
I can't take it.
I can't take this anymore. We really have to keep doing this? Just can't take it.
Well,
hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
what the heck?
Well, you make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well,
so why are you putting an outstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit.
You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, oh, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey,
But there's some deep... It's like before.
thrills, chills, kills!
Anyway, let's get to the blackened punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for, after all.
hey,
Say everyone. What exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. Just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Yeah. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared of being. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
just a second.
Toto, I talked to you for. She moved in close and whispered,
Makoto.
Something I want to talk to you about Sayaka, isn't it? Out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? Thought never crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool become a target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double cross you. That's a fact. You even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's lay dying. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure. You can't ask her now.
However,
you can't ask her. It. Her final thought. How she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of message. She didn't care what happened to you. Never would. Well, maybe she just didn't want to get back. Maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
Certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it is.
Anyway.
It was uncertain. Sure she could deceive you. Why her plan failed. Her hesitation, active failure.
Right.
Almost ironic when you... Why are you telling me all this? Because... Because you can move past the death of your friends. Sayaka...
Correct.
Without someone like that, others never be. Past their deaths? That's never do. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, carry them with me forever. Carry their memories with me wherever I go. Instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, how'd you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding! I have pretty good intuition. Let's stop. As I'm able to say. You received a despair bat present. That is where we are going to stop. So, let's find somebody to raid out to. After I hydrate. Thank you, MM. Alright. Let's find out. There's a couple of people playing. There is one small streamer, though. They are ahead of me. I was thinking about going over. Yeah, I do see that they're behind me. I was thinking about going over there. There is someone that's ahead of me that it's their stream anniversary, though. They've only got one viewer at the moment. According to... So I really could go either way. Actually, make a good point, actually, because I am just gonna end up dipping. I'll go ahead and raid into Hoshiko Junko. Yeah, I'll go ahead and raid into that. Let's... Alright, we are going to raid them. Alright. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Join my Discord if you haven't already. Usually I stream on Tuesdays. But obviously tonight's not a Tuesday. I make announcements like this in my Discord when I go live on nights, as well as my usual nights. So join my Discord if you haven't already. With that being said, here is our raid message, which I am going to update at some point. We've had the same a while. But we're going to go ahead and gallop into a different stream. So, have a great night, everyone. Take care. Goodbye.